Hi guys, I'm Molly and I'm here to go and talk to you about your innermost thoughts. And what we do is we go and talk about the meaning behind them and just going through on why you think what you think and breaking it down and us really deciphering it together and having you guys understand it more so. So this is what I'm seeing a lot with people, where they are unaware of being reactive. And I understand with a lot of you guys that you have to, in order to know if you are reactive, you have to start asking questions to yourself and realizing your own actions. So a lot of the time, and a lot of my life, I used to be very reactive. Meaning, what does that mean exactly? So a reactive person is when they go and have a situation that is happening, or a certain thought that runs into their mind, or anything that disturbs them in whatever way. They go and have certain thoughts that go and make them upset, angry, sad, not good emotions that you would not want. So a lot of the time when someone is reactive, what I'm noticing, so a lot of the time the first response when they think of a certain thought or run into a certain situation or something didn't go the way they want is just pure anger. And that is probably the most heightened version of being extremely reactive, which shows how unaware you are. So I have dealt with people all my life that were extremely reactive and didn't even know that they were at all, and still not. And it is very difficult when you are in an environment, especially when you grew up in this certain environment, and they are unaware of themselves and are not self-reflecting, and it is up to you to go and figure it out if you are if you are reactive. So something that I have noticed is, let's say you're in a, let's say this happens a lot. So let's say you're in interaction with someone, right? And for some people, what they'll do is they'll meet someone, right? Let's say it's someone brand new. And immediately a person does a certain face that you do not appreciate, right? And then your response, you do an immediate response back without any thought. And you go and do a certain face back. And so that is another form. Or you go and start yelling at the person because you didn't like how they looked at you or said something to you, and you go and do that. Something that I've noticed is when someone says something that you don't like, or something that is a certain expression, usually it's something within you that you're wrestling with. So if someone went and said something that is upsetting you, maybe about your parents, or questioning your intelligence, or questioning your abilities, or questioning you able to just questioning anything that you really take pride in. And a lot of the time people will start yelling at the person, but the problem is if you went and knew that that you are a beautiful person, you are intelligent, you are worthy, and you are capable of everything, and everything that you do, you excel in. If you know that that is you, and someone goes and questions you or does any sort of thing to try to get a response back to you, and if you know that you are those things, you wouldn't respond back, right? I mean, there would be no point, right, to do that. You would just go and walk away. You wouldn't go and immediately start yelling or doing a face or having an attitude, right? So you have to think of it that way, guys. So when someone is questioning, or if you feel that they are questioning something about you that you feel that is so important, and it's just a big part of who you are, you have to go and spin it in your head as if that is about them. Because why the heck would this other person go bring it up and questioning you if they knew that they were those things, right? I mean, that literally would not make any sense. Why? Because when someone that is very confident in who they are and know who they are, they would not go and want to start up things with other people. Like there would be literally no point in whatsoever. Like, why would you do that? So people that want to start up things and get responses or whatever it is that they're trying to get, or get a certain emotion such as sadness, anger, meanness, is because it's something that they're wrestling with inside, and they want to go and take it out on someone. And if you go and give them that response that they crave for, then they're going to come back to you over again until you're broken down and you're laying in a corner. So when it comes to people that are unconfident of who they are and they are questioning themselves around the clock 24/7 and trying to start up things, you can be mean to them, or you can feel sorry for them and just look at them like you're sad and all that. But you need to realize that they have their own thing going on and they need to deal with it on their own. And sometimes, like, no matter what you do to help these types of people, they'll never understand. That's just, that is them, and whatever, like, that is just them. So instead, you go on your way and do, and all those things that you know who you are, you focus on that stuff instead of you go and try to help these types of people out. Like they have their own issues. They don't want to go and help themselves out. They're just going to be looking for their next victim and their next victim and their next victim over and over and over again, because this is their pure enjoyment. So you have to go and see it that way when it comes to very reactive. So if you're wondering, are you a reactive person? Go and ask yourself these questions. When someone goes and gives me a certain look or questioning my abilities, are you responding back in a attitude way? Are you giving them a certain look? Or are you giving them a blank face and moving away? You just go the other way. You just move on with your life. and you don't go and think about that interaction afterwards is the key. Because some people, they'll pretend, oh, it didn't bother me, but then they'll be thinking about it 24/7 all the time. And so you have to go and think to yourself, how angry do I get? Like, am I angry all the time? Because if you are angry all the time, you are a reactive person and you're not self-aware. Because if you are knowing who you are, you're a very happy person. You are. And you're not going to go out and try to start up things or try to go and make others unhappy. Like, so if you're an unhappy person, you're looking for unhappy people. And if you're an unhappy person and you want to go and take it out on other people, they're going to be figuring out things that they know deep down that bothers you, and they'll go and attack it over and over again until you are like bleeding and you're almost dead. And these types of people you just have to stay away from. And this is just something that I have learned for a very long time, especially when having to live with these types of people. And then I understand that it can be very difficult to handle these types of people, because when I used to go and be non-responsive back, I would get punished when I was a child. And that is the correct response to do, is to not respond back. But then they would reframe things to the parent that it was something else, and so you get punished. But when you become an adult and you are on your own, then you make your own rules and you do what you need to do to go and focus on yourself and know your abilities and know that you have all the amazing qualities that anyone would ever wish to have. So I want you guys to know that you need to go and look at the other person and not respond back to them. There's no point in it. And if you are that reactive person, ask yourself, why am I always getting angry? Why am I always so sad? They go and keep attacking certain things about me that feels so things that I'm proud of, and then it feels like they're questioning it. Well, it's because you're not working on yourself to go and really believe that you are those things. So what you guys need to do is repeat back to yourself all the time. Every single time you have a certain emotion of anger, sadness, anyone questioning what you take pride in of who you are, you need to go and say to yourself that I am loved, I am worthy, and I deserve everything that comes my way, and that I am smart, and I am capable of anything. Because I want you guys to understand that, you guys have so many qualities, so amazing qualities. I went and talked to you guys. I can tell you guys are smart. You guys are asking the right questions, and you guys you think more in depth. and that do not go and allow reactive people that want a certain response back from you to go and to give them what they want, that craving. And if you feel those certain emotions that I have said, then you need to go and keep reminding yourself all the amazing qualities that you have inside of you. You all do. And you need to remind yourself around the clock. And you need to go and say it at night, around the clock, even when you sleep. So that way your thoughts of what you're thinking at night, you're dreaming about it, and then in the morning when you wake up, you have really good thoughts of who you are as a person. And during the day, when someone comes and tries to question or tries to get anger out of you or sadness, whatever emotion other than happiness, then you don't allow it. You just don't, because you know yourself that well. You're that amazing, and you can just walk off. Like, how amazing is that, right? To just be able to not even get triggered whatsoever by these people that are unhappy. Like, why would you go and give them what they crave? They crave that certain response back, that reactiveness, and don't give it to them. You just move on, you don't think about it, and you go move on to something that you enjoy, that you love, and you know that you have these amazing abilities. So go and do it, guys. Go and do it. You guys have amazing abilities. Go and do that. Focus on all the things that you're amazing at. We all have different gifts and talents. Not everyone has the same, and that's what makes it literally way more interesting in this life. And so you just focus on that instead of go and, thinking about a certain interaction. There's just no point in it, Like, you're that amazing. Like, why would you go and think about that? There's, no point, guys. So I hope that this helped you guys out, and let me know in the comments that when you go and have a specific situation or something upset you for whatever reason, it could be like something that didn't go your way, tell me in the comments, what thoughts are you going to say to yourself to go and have you remind yourself of how much of an amazing person you are.